This demonstration is entitled Related Concepts Query. A related concept query illustrates the enormous power and value of ontologies. Let me give you an example. Suppose you have the notion of autoimmune disease. In a related concepts query, what is returned is the following. It's all of these specializations of autoimmune diseases, all of the specific kinds of autoimmune diseases. Those are descendants of this high-level concept called autoimmune diseases. From those descendants, it's the set of objects related to those descendants. So for example, it returns the body parts associated with autoimmune diseases. It returns medical devices used to treat autoimmune diseases and drugs used to treat autoimmune diseases. It returns genomic information. So you get the general idea. It's one of the most powerful kinds of graph queries you can do.
This demonstration shows two windows. On the right, we show a PowerPoint slide. On the left, we show Microsoft SQL Server Query Analyzer. And we want to demonstrate executing the following user-defined stored procedure here called ontology relationships. This particular stored procedure takes one argument, an ID of a node. In this case, the node happens to be the ID for diabetes mellitus. And what this stored procedure will do is the following. It will find all of the descendants, all of the specializations of diabetes mellitus, and from that list of descendants, it'll find all concepts related to those descendants here. So if we go over here and take a look at a typical kind of ontology here, this ontology happens to be SNOMED, which contains roughly 400,000 different nodes, vocabulary terms in the healthcare field. So let's go ahead and execute this. And this stored procedure really returns three query results. A count of the total number of concepts related to the descendants here. A second query returning the various categories of concepts related to diabetes mellitus. So if we take a look here, we find clinical drugs related to the descendants of diabetes mellitus, medical devices, so on and so forth. Here we go, genome, body parts. So a fairly significant list, 46 different concept classes. And then finally, the bottom query here returned all of the detailed results here. So notice that in our bottom result here, we see in the column here vocabulary. So our result returned concepts in a number of different ontologies. So when you see the word vocabulary, think of ontologies here. So we've demonstrated a very, very powerful kind of query capability.